Ali Bauman's been covering this story from the beginning, and she is live at the Manhattan DA's office right now. Ali?
Maurice, the top charge against Luigi Mangione carries a mandatory sentence of life in prison without parole. Prosecutors allege that he intended to sow terror with this murder and was effective in doing so because law enforcement has seen an increase in online threats since it happened. For that reason, the DA is now elevating the charges against him.
This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder.
Luigi Mangione now charged with 1 count of first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism and 2 counts of second-degree murder, one of which as an act of terrorism for the assassination of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson on December 4th in Midtown Manhattan.
This was a killing that was intended to evoke terror. And we've seen that reaction.
The indictment also includes 1 count of criminal possession of a forged instrument for the fake ID, which investigators allege Mangione used to check into the Manhattan hostel before the shooting, as well as 7 counts of criminal possession of a weapon for the 3D printed ghost gun, which investigators say he had with him at his arrest and matches the shell casings from the crime scene. Today's indictment revealing the words deny and depose were written on 2 of the casings, and the word delay was written on a bullet found at the scene. Those 3 words a nod to the 3 Ds of insurance, a phrase used by critics of the industry.
There is no heroism in what Mangione did. This was a senseless act of violence. It was a cold and calculated crime that stole a life and put New Yorkers at risk.
Well, Mangione has an extradition hearing in Pennsylvania on Thursday morning, and the Manhattan DA says that there are indications he may waive that extradition, which means he could potentially be back in New York City as early as this week. Maurice?
Ali, we know investigators talked with Mangione's mom, and it sounds like she wasn't totally surprised by him being accused of all this.
That's right, Maurice. We know that the NYPD investigators did speak with Mangione's mother on the day before he was arrested last week, and they showed her the surveillance images that they had circulated in the wanted posters. She did not positively identify him from those surveillance images, but today the Manhattan DA said that she did tell investigators at the time that this was something that she could see him doing. Maurice?
Okay, Ali Bauman at the DA's office in Manhattan tonight. Thank you so much. And Ali is headed back out to Pennsylvania for Mangione's court hearing on Thursday. Look for all her updates right here on CBS News New York.